Hello, yogi friends. I'm here for some more Yin Yoga. So we're moving up the chakra system, and we are at the Solar Plexus Chakra. So it is the area just below your rib cage, above your navel, kind of in between here. And the Solar Plexus Chakra is what houses all of our self-confidence, our self-worth. It represents our inner illumination and our ability to step into our own power and recognize our own inherent strength and confidence and all that really, really good stuff. It's actually something that I have been working with really specifically the last few months as I'm stepping into doing work as an energy worker and energy healer. And it is so powerful once you realize how much energy can be blocked in that space. So I am going to work with a few props today. If you have a bolster at home, great, grab it. After I tell you what we need, you might want to pause this video and maybe go run, grab some things. I do not have a bolster at home, so I just stole this pillow off of my daughter's bed, and I just grabbed a few different pillows because I wasn't sure exactly what I would want. You could also just grab a blanket and use a rolled up blanket. If you don't have any of these things, I mean, everybody's got some pillows, right? So maybe just grab a couple pillows. If you know that you like to work with blocks, you can have those handy. There's one posture where you might need 2 blocks depending on your flexibility. I only have 1 block, so I'm going to make it work. Whatever we have, you can just make it work with whatever you've got. If you have nothing, then there's modifications for that as well. So we're actually going to start standing up today. And sorry if you hear dogs or I don't know what it is. Every time I go live, the landscapers decide to come. I didn't realize they came so often, but here they are again. So again, just an opportunity to block out external noise and distraction. So we're going to start standing up. I'm going to stand at the back of my mat just so you can see me, but you can start at the top of your mat wherever you feel comfortable. And then we're going to slightly separate our feet. So you want your feet just really comfortably underneath your hips, supporting you, holding you up from the bottom up. And then I want you to take your hands and place them like you're holding a small teapot. So like you're supporting it from the bottom, you're holding the cover on the top, just right around this solar plexus area. So maybe your bottom hand is around your navel, your top hand is around your rib cage or the bottom of your rib cage. And you're just sort of holding this energy space there, this birthplace and holding space of your chi. Closing your eyes. Taking full deep breaths into your belly. So feeling your belly expand and empty out. So just feeling this rhythmic quality of your breath in your belly. And expanding and contracting. So the color of the solar plexus chakra is yellow. For happiness, joy, brightness, that's what we want our existence to be when we tap into our personal power, our own energy. We want it to be bright and yellow and happy and sunshiny. So imagine you have this yellow, happy flower sitting in this space that you're holding, and it's opening and closing along with your breath. So opening as you inhale, closing as you exhale, just undulating and flowing with your breath. Good. Feeling the four corners of your feet pressing into the mat, melting into the earth, the energy of the earth coming up to support you from below. Gently bend your knees, just really be comfortable here, letting your tailbone drop, your shoulders relax, letting everything relax. Just letting your belly rise and fall, letting this beautiful yellow flower open and close. Imagining energy flowing freely through your solar plexus chakra. Freeing you to recognize your own joy, your own power, your own worth. Literally using hands to hold space for yourself in that place. And you can let your hands come down by your side. Heel toe your feet apart so that your toes come out to about the width of your mat. And your knees and toes are turned out slightly. Bring your hands to heart center. We're going to drop down to a malasana squat. I'm going to come back to the top of my mat so you can see and hear me. So in this squat, there's probably going to be a large variation in where we all land depending on our hip mobility. So you might be up here. You might be here. Your hands might need to be on the ground for stability, or maybe you use a block. If you're feeling comfortable there, you want to try to make your spine as upright as possible. You can use your elbows to press your thighs, your knees open. Try to find a really tall, long spine. Lengthen along this whole front side of your body. So really sit up tall. We just want this space to be open. You can close your eyes here. I love closing my eyes in yin. Just drawing my attention inwards. Using this time to notice any sensations as they come up in your body. Just being curious about those sensations, really noticing them. Maybe ask them questions. Asking your body, what do I need to know? What are you trying to tell me? And just becoming still, listening for the answers. When our solar plexus is aligned and flowing freely, it allows us to stand confidently in difficult situations, to burn through those situations, knowing that we are okay. So we stand in our own power, in our own confidence. Knowing that you have survived 100% of your bad days, and you will continue to do so. Good. Bring your hands down to your mat. Step your feet back to a tabletop position, so hands and knees. Just a few cat-cow here, rolling out the spine. Inhale as you drop your belly low and look up. Exhale, press the mat away, arching your spine, the crown of your head reaching down. Just moving your spine around a little bit, maybe rolling in circles or wiggling your hips, whatever feels good. Good. From here, we're going to come down to lying on our belly. We're going to find crocodile, which on the surface is not a super difficult position. It's going to feel good, hopefully. I want you to take a pillow, a smaller pillow or a rolled up blanket or rolled up towel, and place it right underneath your belly. So just the nice, soft, squishy part in between your hip bones and your rib cage. So just putting that pillow or blanket or whatever it is that you have underneath your belly. And then you can let your toes splay out to the sides. So turn your knees and feet out if that feels good to you. If it doesn't, just let the tops of your feet come to the floor. You can let your legs be kind of open and wide here. And then make a little pillow with your hands. Just turn a cheek to the side. Doesn't matter which one. We're going to be here for a few minutes, but I want you to think about your belly. So as you breathe with this pillow underneath your belly, let it massage your whole belly area, massaging and opening up your solar plexus with each breath. Maybe switching cheeks to the other side. Allow your breath to lengthen and deepen. Notice anywhere you might be gripping, maybe in your shoulders, in your legs, letting yourself melt. Still gently massaging your belly with every breath. And start to slowly move up, bringing your forearms to the mat, and then take your pillow, place it off to the side, and take your legs behind you, zip them together in a comfortable way. It doesn't need to be in a super active way. Just straight legs behind you, the tops of your feet resting on the ground. And then bring your elbows right underneath your shoulders. So find some alignment there. We're moving into Sphinx pose. So think about what you know of the Sphinx in Egypt and press your forearms into the mat. So we're actively pressing down with our forearms, our elbows, and our hands. Lifting the chest, opening the front side of your body, maybe lifting your chin. Letting the lower back release, releasing any gripping in your glutes and your hamstrings. Trying to surrender into every posture. One way to think about the solar plexus and our own confidence is to think about the ways that we define ourselves. Oftentimes, if we're asked by someone who we are, our answers are typically in relation to other people. I am a mother, I am a wife, I am a daughter, or it might be in relation to our career. I am a yoga teacher, I am whatever thing you are. Typically, how we describe ourselves is in relation to other things or other people. When you're truly identified with yourself, your identity doesn't have anything to do with the roles that you play or your relation to other people or other things or anything in the outside world. Your identity is completely based on the unique, perfect soul that you are. We have the ability to tap into that, identify more with that by just asking ourselves some questions. Like, what lights me up? What brings beauty into my life? What does my soul desire to do? Yeah, you can stay in this Sphinx, or you might take it a little bit deeper by taking your hands out to the edges of your mat, pressing into your hands, straightening your arms. You might even walk your hands back in a little bit for seal pose, or just stay in Sphinx. So as you ask yourself these questions, who am I without the roles that define me, without other people or other institutions telling me who I am? It might be that you're an artist, creating lights me up, or being in nature, or doing adventurous things. The beauty about all of us is that we are all different, and different things light us up. Our job is to discover what those things are, to light ourselves up, and then share that light with the world. And you can start to lower back down to your forearms. You're going to come up through the tabletop position, slowly moving your body. No reason to do this fast. You can do a few cat-cow here. Oh, maybe wiggle your hips from side to side. Then we're going to sink back into a modified child's pose. So keep your knees together if you can on this one. Take them wide apart if that feels way better for you. It's up to you. But we're going to take, much like we did when we were lying on our bellies, take a pillow and place it under your belly before you lean down for your child's pose. If it feels more comfortable, you can have it resting this way. If you have a bigger pillow, you can rest your face on the pillow as well. And then take any option here that feels good to you, maybe arms outstretched or arms down alongside your body. Whatever version feels right, go ahead and relax into it. Again, noticing the pressing of your belly into the pillow. Start to rise up out of your child's pose. I had a cat trying to get into the room. Excuse me for walking away. Okay, from here, we're going to move into a modified pigeon pose or swan pose. So you can make your way there if you like to pass through down dog, which I typically do. You can go that way, or I'm just going to show you from hands and knees. Just draw your right foot and knee forward. So you're drawing your right knee towards your right wrist. Then you're draping your shin across the mat. So however much parallel it is to the front or with your heel drawn towards your body is completely up to you and your hips and your body. So find that adjustment and find a place to become sort of stable. You want to walk your left knee back and create an opening here, but you want a stable base. So we have 2 blocks. I only have 1 block, so maybe you use 1 block and that can help you push your way up. But we really want to try to open the front of our body and have a tall spine here. So however you need to do that, you can maybe press into your leg, or if you have a pillow, you could use that. If it's too much for you or you don't have the right props, then you can come down to your hands. Just try to lengthen and open the front side as much as you can. And if you wanted to go deeper from here, you can stay right where you are, or you can try bending your back knee. Reach back with your left hand. So your left leg is your back leg. Reach back with your left hand. See if you can catch hold of your foot. Use your right hand up here for stability next to your knee. And then see if you can draw your left heel in towards your body. Still keeping the chest lifted. And then if you've taken the foot behind you, start to release that. Coming back through hands and knees or down dog, however you made your way to the first side, we're going to find our way to the second side. Again, maybe swinging hips side to side, just releasing any tightness there. And then bring your left knee forward, adjusting your shin however you need. Walking the right toes back, so creating an opening there, and then coming to your upright position. Maybe as you sit in this tall, confident shape, trying on the mantra or the affirmation of, I believe in myself. Maybe trying on, I deserve to be seen and heard. I deserve to be seen and heard. And if you want to try to go deeper, start bending your back leg. Kind of hard to see from this position, but bending your right knee, reaching back with your right hand. See if you can press your right heel in towards your bum, using your left hand for stability. Good. If you've taken the bind, starting to release the leg down, and we're going to swing our back leg around to the front, coming to sitting on our bum. You can take your feet wide with your knees pointing up. Just windshield wiper your legs side to side. Good. And then if you're a little bit cramped like I am, because I brought in 20 pillows, I'm going to push them off to the side. We're going to come into a half wide leg seat. So with one leg straight out to the side, you're going to draw the other foot in. So it's sort of like you're starting in Baddha Konasana and then extending one leg straight. From here, we're going to do a side. This is all going to depend, again, on side mobility, flexibility. So you can stay here, or you might, if it feels comfortable, drop your elbow down to the floor, your forearm resting against your right leg, maybe taking your arm overhead. So really try to open to the side, drawing your left shoulder back and open. So instead of reaching down right away for the foot, see if you can reach over the top. If it doesn't feel comfortable to have your arm reaching over your head like this, you can reach it behind your back or just place it on your knee. Find a spot that's comfortable for you, and then just breathe into this opening on this left side here. Think about shining your heart, your solar plexus up towards the ceiling. And start to gently rise up, walking your way up. Maybe rolling your shoulders, taking your head side to side. You might roll your head in circles. I always encourage you to listen to your body. What is it asking for? What felt tight just then? And then you decide how to release it. What needs to be moved and wiggled. So then draw your right foot in, let your left leg extend out, and then coming into this stretch on the other side. So either your hand holding your head here, maybe your right arm stays on your knee, maybe comes overhead, maybe left arm comes inside, arm reaching or behind your back or resting on your knee. So find your spot. And then once you're there, try to settle into the stillness of it. Letting each exhale carry you deeper into the stretch, deeper into yourself. Moving through these postures, trying to discover all of the places where we feel stuck or where we feel like we're holding energy. So much of the time, our aches and pains are just our body trying to tell us that something is wrong. And oftentimes the location of the pain can be tied to a specific chakra and can tell us where the problem might lie. So if you find that you have a lot of indigestion or heartburn, very well could be that you struggle in your solar plexus region. Could be that you struggle with self-confidence, or maybe not living in your own truth. Maybe living a life defined by the expectations and desires of others versus your own. It's worth taking a look at, always reevaluating. Good, starting to rise up. Maybe rolling the head from side to side. And we're going to take our legs out in front of us. So legs long and together. I'm going to choose from my plethora of pillows. So we're going to do a supported caterpillar. So we're going into a forward fold, but with a pillow underneath us. So you can decide, play with it for a second here and decide if you'd like it long ways and you want to release over that way. That's not long ways, that's short ways. Or if you want it this way, folding. So take a moment, kind of play around with your pillow placement. And then once you have it, fold over your straight legs and just allow yourself to melt and release. You might turn your cheek to the side if your face is buried in your pillow. That's probably not comfortable. Notice again if there's anywhere you're gripping, anywhere that is tightening or flexing or trying to help you hold yourself in a certain shape. Just really try to melt and release. Breathe deeper, let yourself go. We're in such a unique time in our existence right now. All of a sudden finding more stillness, more alone time, more time to quote unquote work on ourselves. It's an amazing time for self-reflection. One way to look at it is, instead of self-improvement and trying to do things or create things or be active through this process, maybe instead of focusing on self-improvement, focus on self-rediscovery. We don't need to improve ourselves. We just need to find ourselves. Come back to our inner knowing. Inside us, we know what we need to be happy. We know that it all exists within us. So maybe using this time to work on reacquainting ourselves with our own internal needs, which are very, very separate and oftentimes different from what the outside world tells us we should be doing or being. Allow yourself to melt further, release deeper. You can slowly start to roll up. Place your pillow off to the side. Stay sitting exactly where you are. I'm going to stand up to show you this pose because it's easier to give you a visual that way. We're moving into banana asana. So you're going to be lying down on your back and basically curving your body like a banana. So you're going to start lying straight. Then you're going to take your upper body over to the right side and then move your legs out to the right as well until you are curved like a banana. So start, like I said, with the upper body. Your arms out long, or maybe grab opposite elbows. You want to focus on keeping both hips anchored down to the ground. So keep that flatness there rather than letting one side tilt up. And then once you kind of find your upper body shape, find your lower body shape, and then maybe experiment with crossing your ankles to deepen that side stretch. So if you're not feeling anything in your left side body, try inching your legs or your arms farther to the right. You want to feel it along your left side. I personally have very tight hips, and so I feel all of that in my left hip area where everything connects in. So just play with it and then come back to your breath. Always finding our stillness in the shape. If you get to a point where it doesn't feel, you don't feel the stretch anymore, then try to go deeper. Start to release and wiggle your way back to the center, and then finding this shape on the other side. So scooching your body over first, feet over to the same side, creating that banana shape. Playing with crossing your ankles. Now opening up the right side of your body. Starting to wiggle and inch your way back to the center, still lying on your back. I'm just going to turn to the side so that I can show you this next part. So stay where you are on your mat, lying on your back. So straight body, and then draw your right knee into your chest. You can rock yourself side to side, just releasing the lower back. Letting your right hip anchor down to the ground. And then from here, I want to see if you can reach up for your foot, if you can. And then we're going to infuse a little bit of energy work into this Yin Yoga. So I want you to take your thumbs on the tops of your feet and find the ends that connect to your toes. And I want you to take your thumbs and just start to massage that space, all the spaces going from side to side in between the bones leading down to your toes. So this is your gate reflex. And massaging this helps to release and open the solar plexus chakra, helps with self-confidence, self-realization, joy, finding your own innate power, all of that great stuff. So just give that a little massage. And then when we're done, we're going to come into a half happy baby. So grabbing the sole of your foot and then letting your foot rise up toward the ceiling. You can let your knee open out to the side a little bit, sort of dropping towards your armpit. So trying to draw your thigh bone towards the ground. And then if that feels comfortable for you, you can always straighten the leg, taking it out to the side, or keep the knee bent, whatever you prefer. Just a few more breaths. Then start to bend that knee, drawing that foot in. You can extend your right leg long. And then let's do the same on the left side. So drawing your left knee in, just hug your left knee to your chest. You can rock side to side, anchoring down your left hip. Still just continuing to sink and deepen into your body. Using this time as self-exploration. Just a way to play a deeper get-to-know-you game with yourself. Good, and then see if you can reach up, grabbing your foot, trying that massage on the other side. So just using your thumbs to apply pressure, working towards the toes, in between all of those small bones and tendons. Happy baby. So trying again to keep both hip bones, both hips anchored down. And then if it feels good, you can open your leg straight out to the side. Check out my foot. Good, and when you're ready, bending that knee, drawing it back in. So still lying on your back. Draw both knees into your chest this time. We're going to come into a really simple twist, but first, with both sides, however much you can, using only your core strength to draw them back up. So you can go down deeper, but try not to press into your arms, to use your arms to get your legs back up. Try to keep it in your core, just gently rocking side to side, engaging your belly. Good, and then let both knees fall down to the right side. You can bring your arms out to a T. Just a really simple twist in the spine. If you haven't already, you can try turning your chin, tucking over your left shoulder. If you'd like to deepen this, you might take your bottom foot and drape it over your top knee. So right foot on top of left knee, taking the twist a little deeper. And if you've taken the deeper twist, start to release that. Then using your core strength, draw your knees up through center, and then let them drop over to the left side. Going deeper if you like, taking the foot right on top of the knee, or just leaving both knees down. And slowly start to come out of this twist. You can draw your knees back up to your chest. Give yourself one last squeeze, rocking side to side, maybe rolling in circles. And then release your legs, coming into our final posture, Shavasana. Extending your legs long on your mat, letting your feet fall open. Arms down alongside your body. Let your palms face up as a sign of surrender. And as you close your eyes, try to draw your attention back to your solar plexus chakra. So that soft space in between your belly button and your rib cage, maybe picturing a swirling, gently moving vortex of yellow energy. So imagine it like a pinwheel spinning in a clockwise direction. Imagine the energy flowing freely in and out of your body as you breathe for these last few minutes. As I play the sound bowls, let your energy flow, let your body sink into your mat. Just be here these last few moments of rest. might roll your wrists or your ankles. And slowly, like you're just waking up, reaching your arms overhead, taking a long stretch. And gently rolling off to your right or your left side, letting your knees draw up into your chest. You can use your hands to push your way up to a comfortable seat. You can keep your eyes closed for now. There's nothing to see yet. Just finding your way to an upright position. You can take your hands to heart center. Taking this moment to find gratitude for something in your life. Maybe that gratitude is for yourself. Directing your love inwards. Maybe allowing, I love myself completely. I trust myself completely. Your practice. Inhale, come back up. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for sharing this practice with me and letting me be a part of your day. I am so very grateful, and I will see you all next week. Feel free to share this with anybody you think who would enjoy it, and I would love to hear all of your feedback, or if you have suggestions or questions, please get in touch. Love you. See you next week.